What's going on, everyone? It's John, aka Buff Llama, and this is a Battlefield 4 beta. My thoughts on that. I was playing the Battlefield 4 beta for a little while. I gave it a lot of time, guys. I really did. I just don't enjoy it. I don't know what it is about Battle. Well, I will say a few things about Battlefield 4 beta, like it seems right now. I do like it better than Battlefield 3. I really do. I think that the maps, at least the ones that you're playing on in the beta, look a lot more clear. I think in Battlefield 3, they were very smoky or dusty. You couldn't really see down. You couldn't really see down range too much. I do like the clearness of it. I do like seems to be a lot more color in it, so I do enjoy that. And the gunplay, which is really big for me, the gunplay does seem to be a little bit better. But that goes to show that only a few things can be improved on in a game like that. I was watching Game Fanatic's video and he made a great point. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below. Go ahead and watch that, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. People blast Call of Duty all the time for releasing the same game over and over again. And in this case, Battlefield, it seems as if they have released the same game except with some new maps. And it's seriously, if you look at Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, there was a lot of similarities, but you could see the difference. In Battlefield 4, if the HUD wasn't there, it looks like another map from Battlefield 3. It literally looks the same. So that's what I was saying. People blast Call of Duty all the time for not changing anything, releasing the same game, but Battlefield does this and everybody's okay with it. It just doesn't make any sense. That just goes to show that hating on Call of Duty nowadays is very, very popular. Everybody loves to do it. I've said it all along. I love the series, and I'd like to see it improve, but holy crap, this game right here that I'm playing right now, I play it for you guys. I don't really enjoy the game at all. I just know that my subs love watching Black Ops 2, so I go ahead and upload it to you guys. That's why, but I have optimism for the series. I've said that all along. But getting back to the Battlefield 4 beta, like I said, the gunplay does seem a little bit better. I do notice that the hit indicators, whenever you shoot somebody, they're a lot more clear than they were on Battlefield 3. They really are. I do like that. There are a lot of good points for Battlefield 4. But whenever it comes down to it, the core gameplay, you still feel sluggish. It's not smooth. Your guy feels like he's carrying a damn tank on his back. You feel slow. Your movements are really jerky. And it's the battle. And I understand it's the Battlefield experience. That's not like a glitch or something like that in the game. That's how it's supposed to be. I guess they're going for a more realistic movement or something, or some sort of more realistic movement of your character in the game. I understand that, but for me, and I'm assuming for a lot of other people, we like smooth gameplay, like Call of Duty right here, 60 frames per second, moving so fluidly. That's what I enjoy, and that's the bottom line. I enjoy that. I said it on Twitter. I will buy Battlefield 4 only if Call of Duty Ghost is a complete bust, and it doesn't look like that. It actually looks to be a really great game. Maybe somewhere down the road I'll buy Battlefield 4, just in case some of you guys want me to play it with you. That's fine. I'll buy it. But for right now, it just seems like it's too close to Battlefield 3. It really is. The last Battlefield that I enjoyed was Bad Company 2, and even then that one was limited. That was limited to how much I played it. I'm just not a Battlefield person, and when it comes down to it, you just play what you enjoy, and it's just your personal preference. Whatever you enjoy playing, that's what you need to play. And all this fighting back and forth on Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I mean, just like the console fanboys fight back and forth, you got the Call of Duty versus Battlefield fanboys going back and forth, when in reality they're not the same game. You cannot compare it. That would be like me comparing I don't know, Call of Duty to Halo. You can't compare the two. They're completely different. But I said it on Twitter, my personal view. I understand that Frostbite engine is what makes Battlefield, but in my opinion, it is what kills it too. many of the people on Twitter have been saying that people don't play Battlefield because it's more of a challenge. And while that may be true to some degree, I think it's more the fact that people like smooth gameplay. Like I've said before, you feel sluggish. It does not look as clear. So Battlefield 3, or Battlefield guys, I guess that they're going for more realism in the game. Who knows? But it's just the way that Call of Duty is portrayed. It's, you know, it's the clear gameplay, 60 frames per second, very smooth. And then you go over to Battlefield 3 and it's very jerky. You don't feel right. It's kind of like you get used to something and then you have to go play something else and it's just completely different. If Battlefield were to make their gameplay make it a little bit more clear. Now I've said in the Battlefield 4 beta that the colors are more vibrant. There's a lot more colors, which I really enjoy. Battlefield 3 was, especially on No Shark Canals, was just like a constant dull shade of blue. Like everything was just very misty looking. But with Battlefield 4, at least the map that I was playing, it looks a little bit better. Not completely fixed. It just looks a little bit better. That's the Battlefield experience, though, and I can't knock it because there are people that enjoy the Battlefield experience, and there are people that don't. And there's also the thing where this goes back to it being two completely different games. Is Call of Duty is more of an arcade type shooter. You're playing on a smaller map. You know, it's a very fast-paced game. Battlefield, at least if you're playing Conquest, you know, it's one of those things where if you're playing Conquest, that's where you really get into the Battlefield experience because it's not a small map, it's huge. There are vehicles and all that sort of stuff. But people trying to say that Call of Duty players don't like Battlefield for the vehicles and things like that. No, the Call of Duty people come to Battlefield and play the CQB. They play the team deathmatch. And what's funny to me is that Call of Duty players come in and they play the CQB TDM on Battlefield and they still don't like it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the Call of Duty players want smooth gameplay. They want 60 frames per second, very fast gameplay. It's not just the fast gameplay because like I said, people come in, or Call of Duty players come in, they play the team deathmatch in Battlefield, which is pretty much the same map sizes, a little bit bigger. But it's still a lot smaller than the Conquest maps. I think we all know that. Those maps are enormous. So the Team Deathmatch, or the Call of Duty players come in and play Team Deathmatch on Battlefield, and they're still not hooked to it. They go right back to Call of Duty. Why? Why is that? Because the Call of Duty gameplay is so smooth. It's a clear game. Battlefield has this dull color palette to it. You're not moving fluidly. You're jerking back and forth. I guess that's them trying to go for more realism. I don't know. Maybe trying to be different than Call of Duty. I don't know. But I've said it all along that if Battlefield were to go ahead and capitalize on the Call of Duty thing, you know, make a new engine or create a new version of the engine where it's more like Call of Duty, where it's fluid, then a lot of people would play it. They really would. But right now, I think most people don't play it because it just feels sluggish. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out. Peace.